YouTube viewers. In this video, what we're going to talk about is probability. So probability is a fundamental concept in mathematics and statistics that measures the likelihood of an event occurring. It provides a way to quantify uncertainty and make informed decisions based upon the available information. Probability theory is the foundation of many statistical methods and plays a crucial role in various fields, including finance, science, engineering, and social sciences. So you've got some key concepts in probability. So the experiment is a procedure that yields one of a possible set of outcomes. For example, rolling a die is an experiment. And then you have the outcome is a possible result of an experiment. For example, getting a 4 when rolling a die is an outcome. And then you have an event is one or more outcomes of an experiment. It is a subset of sample spaces. For example, getting an even number when rolling a die is an event. So you've got something called probability of an event. It's a measure of the likelihood that the event will occur. It is denoted by PE, where E is the event. The probability of an event ranges from 0 to 1, where 0 indicates that the event will not occur, and 1 indicates that the event will certainly occur. You've got something called sample space, and it's the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. It is denoted by S. For example, the sample space of rolling a 6-sided die is S equals parentheses 1 to 6. You have something called classical probability, which is defined as the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes to the total number of possible outcomes. And it's given by the formula P brackets A equals number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of outcomes total. So we have a question here. You're rolling a 6-sided die. What is the probability of rolling a number greater than 4? So the answer is identify the sample space as being S as 1 to 6. The favorable outcome is 5 and 6. The total favorable outcomes are 2, and the total possible outcomes are 6. Using the classical probability formula, the probability is 2 divided by 6, or 1 divided by 3, which is 0.33333. Then you have something called empirical probability, which is based on the observed data. It is calculated by dividing the number of times an event occurs by the total number of trials. It is given by the formula empirical probability equals number of times occurred divided by total number of times experiment performed. So we have a question. A quality control inspector at a factory checks a random sample of 100 light bulbs for defects. Out of the 100 light bulbs, the inspector finds 7 defective bulbs. Based on this sample, what is the empirical probability that a light bulb produced by the factory is defective? So you've got the answer is the total number of trials is 100 and the total number of defective bulbs is 7. Using the empirical probability, the probability is 7 divided by 100 or 0.07. So we've got conditional probability, which is the probability of an event occurring given that another event has already occurred. It is denoted by P brackets A line B brackets and is calculated by the formula P brackets A line B equals P brackets A and B divided by P brackets B, where P brackets A line B is the probability of both events A and B occurring. You have something called independent and dependent events. So independent events are said to be independent if the occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence of the other event. So we have a question. A fair coin is flipped twice. What is the probability of getting heads on both flips? So the answer is the probability of getting heads on a single flip is 1/2, and the probability of getting head in both flips is 1/2 times 1/2, being 1/4 or 25%. And now you have dependent events. Two events are dependent if the occurrence of one event affects the occurrence of the other event. And then so you've got a formula for that. So P brackets B line A equals P B and P brackets A and B brackets divided by P brackets A. And then so we've got a question. If a box contains 5 red balls and 3 blue balls, you draw 2 balls from the box, one after the other, without replacement. What is the probability that both balls drawn are red? So the solution is the total number of balls in the box is 8, 5 red and 3 blue. The probability of drawing the first red ball is 5 divided by 8, and the probability after drawing the first red ball, there are 7 balls in the box, 4 red and 3 blue. The probability of drawing the second red ball is 4 divided by 7. And so the combined probability is P brackets both red equals P brackets first red times P brackets second red divided by first red equals 5 divided by 8 times 4 divided by 7 equals 20 divided by 56 equals 5 divided by 14. And so that's it for the theory of probability. And so now what we're going to do in the upcoming videos are we're going to do some practice questions about probability. So I hope you decide to watch those videos.